Jackson Palmer, the co-creator of the cryptocurrency Dogecoin, explained why he will never return to cryptocurrency, slamming it as inherently right-wing. So this is a guy who clearly knows a hell of a lot about cryptocurrency, and I think makes a very interesting argument here about why cryptocurrency is not good for most people. So let's start with his tweets here. He says, after years of studying it, I believe that cryptocurrency is an inherently right-wing, hyper-capitalistic technology, but built primarily to amplify the wealth of its proponents through a combination of tax avoidance, diminished regulatory oversight, and artificially enforced scarcity. Despite claims of decentralization, the cryptocurrency industry is controlled by a powerful cartel of wealthy figures who, with time, have evolved to incorporate many of the same institutions tied to the existing centralized financial system they supposedly set out to replace. The cryptocurrency industry leverages a network of shady business connections, bot influencers, and pay-for-play media outlets to perpetuate a cult-like get-rich-quick funnel designed to extract new money from the financially desperate and naive. So before I go any further, already, you know, I'm not an expert in this field, but this guy clearly is, and I think he's making a solid argument here on the point of bot influencers. This is a issue that I covered recently in my discussion with Matt Binder. Check out the interviews playlist on this channel. You can find it there. FaZe Clan and other big influencers caught shilling for altcoins. So you had here, you know, big, huge influencers, a lot of them on Twitch, basically getting paid to shill for these altcoins. I mean, there's countless of them, because they're making a ton of money from doing that. So they get paid to shill for these altcoins, fooling their audience into thinking that they're going to get rich if they invest in one of these unknown altcoins, and then later deleting tweets about it and trying to get away from any sort of culpability for their actions. So this is one of the ways that these sorts of altcoins try and gain traction, is through these influencers, as Jackson Palmer pointed out there. But back to his argument here. Cryptocurrency is like taking the worst parts of today's capitalist system, example, corruption, fraud, inequality, and using software to technically limit the use of interventions like audits, regulation, and taxation, which serve as protections or safety nets for the average person. Lose your savings account password? Your fault. Fall victim to a scam? Your fault. Billionaires manipulating markets? They're geniuses. This is the type of dangerous free-for-all capitalism cryptocurrency was unfortunately architected to facilitate since its inception. But these days, even the most modest critique of cryptocurrency will draw smears from the powerful figures in control of the industry and the ire of retail investors who they've sold the false promise of one day being a fellow billionaire. Good faith debate is near impossible. Yeah, on that last point, if you criticize or say do an interview with somebody about cryptocurrency where they criticize cryptocurrency, check the comment section on that video, or check any, under any tweet that's criticizing cryptocurrency. You will find these people. Some of them I'm sure are real. A lot of them I think are sock puppet accounts. But regardless, you have this this false promise being put out there, tricking people into thinking that they're going to get, rich quick through this scheme. And right now, in a system that is so unequal, you have a lot of people falling victim to this, thinking that, hey, I'm in a shitty situation. This is my potential out here. And look, you can say it in some ways, it's kind of like a lottery. If you invested early into Dogecoin or Bitcoin and you kept that, for the past 5+ years, 10 years, then right now I'm sure you could sell it and be great. But that's not the experience that most people have with these various whether it's altcoins or whatever it is. So it's important to be very cautious when being involved in cryptocurrency. Be aware of what you're doing and understand that you're taking a massive risk, especially if you're putting a lot of your money into it. If you're super rich, yeah, I'm sure it's easy to throw your money around and hope that one day maybe one of these things will pay off. But for a lot of people that are just trying to find a way out of being incredibly, poor right now because of the situation of what capitalism has done to society. It's important to be aware that you're not going to get, don't get fooled into doing something where you're throwing your life savings into an altcoin that's just going to go bust, a week later. So listen to people that know what they're talking about. Don't listen to me. Listen to Jackson Palmer, co-creator of Dogecoin, and his warning on the entire industry.